Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Oh, Big Jim coming at y'all from the bog. Kind of overcast, rainy day down here in South Mississippi. Not a bad, not a bad day, but it ain't our Chamber of Commerce typical weather. Anyway, I'm glad y'all have decided to join me in my home today. If you notice the header on this video, I'm calling it Freaky Friday because I'm gonna go over 2 or 3 different things right here that you got Frosty Friday, you got Fixed Blade Friday, you got Folded Hunter Friday. So I'm just calling it Freaky Friday. Okay, so we're gonna get freaky with it. All right. First of all, the Deep South Cutlery Knife Club show will be October 3rd and 4th at the Stone County Fairgrounds in Wiggins, Mississippi. There will be live forging demonstrations. There'll be knife sales. There'll be knife trades. There'll be knife appraisals. Y'all get in there where you fit in there. Number 2, Ella Bill 25. All right. There's nothing else I can say about this event. Okay. I told y'all will get tired of looking at this poster. It will be up each and every time my face is on the screen. I'm going to show this until the event happens. Last year it was a booming, banging, explosive, epic event, and this year promises to be that times 5. So get in there where you fit in there. It is 11/15/25. All you creators, hashtag that. Hashtag 111525. All right. So we'll just do this. We're just gonna hyphenate this. First of all, it's Frosty Friday. Last week I got a box in from Mr. Charlie Cook over in Alabama. That's a fine fella right there, y'all. He's a civil servant, first responder, and a knife tuber, and basically just a great person. I'm sitting here pulling my T-shirt out, trying to wipe the knife. I always like to give these things a little wipe before I put them out there. Because you know me, I'm coon fingering them, and they always got something on them. But anyway, I want to show y'all something. Okay, this is a regular trapper. Okay, it's like the 54 pattern case. Most everybody knows the regular 4 to 1/8 inch trapper. And this is just a Frosty that came in, and one I'm going to show you the Frosty. But the reason that I'm showing it to you is this right here. Look how big that bad boy is. Now I've got jumbo trappers, from Marbles and Rough Rider, and there's a lot of them out there, but they're bigger, 2-bladed, thicker. They're jumbo. They got the big peanut butter spreader on them. But this tongue gun is huge. It's got to be 5.5, 5 3/4 inches. But I want y'all to look. Look at the bone on that sun gun. Okay, and it's a Steel Warrior. Y'all can see the badge right there. Now, when I got this knife, it had I think they took some kind of paint, etching paint, and you can see the little saw grooves. See the little saw grooves in there, and they took this paint and they made a pattern across there that kind of ate into the bone or whatever. I'm not really sure, but y'all look at that. You got your caramel bone there, and then you got this looks more like a ram's horn, and then over here you look like what you got is a buffalo horn, and there's that caramel bone again. Just a beautiful pocket knife, but huge. When I got this box, it had this slip with it. Okay, now this was made for my big folding sodbuster type pocket knife, but this one right here fits right in there. Look at that, that's perfect. I'll show you how big it is. It's bigger than a full-size sod buster. But anyway, just a great pocket knife. Now this is a California clip. Y'all see how the outer border of the along the ocean, how that kind of mimics that the borderline of that's why this is called a California clip. And then you got, and so these blades are dang near 5 inches long. There you go. That it ain't a peanut butter spreader, but it's pretty close. Just a great knife, and one of the things I like about it, and y'all know I'm that guy. Y'all don't sleep on Frost cutlery. I tell y'all that every time I bring some of these out, and this next one is no. I'm just going to show it to you if I can find it. Well, lordy, did I move it up? Yeah, there it is. I already had it set up here, and I got it in the wrong place. But look at here. This is a sow belly. Okay. Look at that bone. Look at the cream. Okay, that's what I call cream on the end of that bone right there. Look at that. Ooh, boy, that thing's pretty bad. I'm gonna tell you, it's kind of a bluish purple bone. Got the jigging right there. Unbelievable. But what makes this particular sow belly unique is now this is, see how this one has the upsweep, more of a Skinner blade. I call this a Turkish. Other guys may call it something else, but you notice that it's fairly straight, okay, fairly straight. But that's where this knife begins to get different. The next blade is your spay blade. Okay, now that's the spay blade right there. That's a good one. That's what I call a sexy spay blade right there. Beautiful, just beautiful. And once again, now don't sleep on these Frost. Certain ones now. Some of them you got to be careful with. And this is to me is the blade of the day, or the shape of the day. Okay. Almost a mimic of the main blade, but look how it cants down. See that? You see what I'm talking about? How it cants down from the pivot point, and boy, you get a hold of that, and you can get down on something, and you got the proper purchase on this knife to get her done. Okay, just unbelievably beautiful. Now this has got the Millennial Shield. Now I've got another one of these in green. The green bone, but it's got some kind of stamping on the blade, some cement company. I think I may have showed that once before. But just beautiful bone on that son of a gun. I guess I don't need the Tang Stamp Mafia coming after me. Last time they did that, some guy showed up in a big black limousine. Big black limousine. But there's your Frost cutlery. Tang Stamp. I'm telling you guys, y'all do not sleep on Frost cutlery. Now, number 2, since it's Folding Hunter Friday, and I try to get in there where I fit in there. I know I've showed this one before, but I'm gonna show it again. This comes in this sheet, and that's a factory sheath. It says Western right there on the button. You don't see that or not. This is a Folding Hunter, but a little different. Now, it's not really a Coke bottle. It's not really a gun stop. I don't know what you call it, but it is. See if I can get that wood in there. Just a beautiful pocket knife. Now, this at one time this had a ram etching on there, and I'll try to show it to y'all, but this is a sure enough beast. And this has a little bit of that. Remember that cant I just showed y'all? This has a little bit of that cant to it. Okay. And this is not a 5-inch folding hunter. This is probably a 4 1/4, maybe more of your buck 112 size knife, but just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pocket knife. And your tiny stump there, it says Western, and says S453. And then right here, really kind of hard to see, but right there it has the letter B, and that's the designation. I believe this is a 78. Don't hold me to that. I looked it up when first time I showed this to y'all, but I hadn't. I didn't look it up for this video because I mean, you know, I had this in my, like 2 days ago. I had this in my pocket, and ever since then I had it on my in there on the edge of my bed with some sandpaper, and I've polished those bolsters up. Got them to a pretty high polish. I got a little smuts on there. Anyway, got them polished up pretty good. This is a user, but don't get no better than that, cousin. I'm just giving you the 411. That's all I do. I try to bring y'all the proper facts on these things. Sometimes it's a home run, and sometimes I sit here with egg on my face. But you know what? Only human. All right, now this is in a little nylon sheath, and the reason it's in this nylon sheath is because I bought this at the bottle sale me and Brother Rex went to, and when I got it, the sheath was falling apart. The knife in it, I knew what the knife was. I understood what it was, but I also understood. And the guy wanted, I think he wanted $23 or $24 for it, and I told him, "There ain't no way." I said, "Look at the condition of that knife," because I knew what it was going to look like when it got through. But this is a 5-inch folding hunter. Okay. Now I'm going to take y'all around it real quick. If you'll notice, it has copper, but you'll see where the brass is wearing off around the edges, and that's because they turn green, and that green ate the brass off these nickel silver bolsters, and they all show that. See how it's like silver right here, and then it moves over here into the brass. Same here. Somebody used it for a hammer, but this knife was basically unused. I think it's just, but anyway, all that's the same. But all right, guys, this is a Colonial stainless steel. I haven't dated this. When I got it, it was unsharpened, and there's a local Rose's stores here. Make sure I got the right side. Around here they call them, but anyway, on the blade there, well, can't hardly see it anymore, but it says Rose's dog food on there, and that dog food was produced locally. But I determined that I was going to just make a toter out of this. I consulted the godfather of the folding hunter. Y'all might have heard of him, HT. I call him the godfather just because I'm crazy. But anyway, I sharpened it. Had never been sharpened as far as I could tell. But I got her. I think I got it sharp. Don't really know. But anyway, just a beautiful hole. Something I can throw in my pocket, whether it's in a sheath or not. I just put it in that nylon sheath there to have something to put it in. But I got her cleaned up, got her sharp, got her oiled up. So I promise you, it won't be. There ain't gonna be no shame me putting this in my pocket. None whatsoever. All right, now there's a fella over there in Ellerville, Georgia, Mr. Kevin Bentley, the knife doctor, and he got duped. Okay, but all the respect in the world for Kevin Bentley. I know the man. He admitted it, and you know, rightfully so. I'm not a professional. I mean, I'm a knife guy. I play one on YouTube, and I think he kind of probably feels the same way. He does excellent repairs, excellent modifications. Everything he does is top shelf. But like me, he makes mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. Sometimes I show them, sometimes I don't. But he bought a couple of knives that ended up being fakes, and he has reconciled that. He called the people up that he bought them from and told them, and so all that's been taken care of. I personally, when I see these out in the wild, I'll buy them, and the reason I buy them is to show y'all, okay? Because my channel is about y'all. It's not about me. It's not about the Doc, and it's not about Brother Rex, and it's not about HT. It's about my viewers. Y'all need to be informed, so when you're out there, you'll have the information you need to know about these kind of things. So, the fake that I'm going to share with y'all today, clone, fake, whatever you want to call them, knockoffs, is this one right here. Now, I've shown this knife before, okay? It's in a Zulu 2. I paid $23.96 off of AliExpress or Alibaba or one of them. I don't know what it was. But you could tell immediately that, the thing rattles around in the sheath. But I clip this on my belt and take it where I want to go, anywhere I want to go, because why? I had to break in my house recently, jimmy the door, the lock and all that, and I used this knife. And that's why. I would hate to have to stick $170 real Zulu 2 into a door trying to break it open. I'd do it if I had to get in the house. But anyway, those things pops right out of the sheath. Not a bad looking knife. Okay, and I've done a thorough, it's got all the information on there. Now this writing is a little bit wrong, and the bug's a little bit wrong, and the grip's wrong, the lanyard hole's wrong. There's lots of things that mark this knife out. But once again, when I show you all these things, I'm all going to show you the good and the bad. Now here's the good. See if we can get old Brother Ted one. Not only did we get one, Ted, I think we got about 5 right there, see? Good steel is good steel, guys. Now, is it going to last? Am I going to be able to run this for 2 or 3 months without having to sharpen it or hit it or strop it or give it a little rub-a-dub? Probably not. But you know what? Don't matter. I ain't no hard use guy. Hard use to me is cardboard boxes, envelopes, cut a rope, maybe cut a little piece of wire here and there. But what can I say? It's a fake, but it's a dang good one as far as the steel quality. And that's what I'm about. People ask me all the time, what's your favorite pocket knife? The one I got in my pocket. Because if it ain't a good knife, I ain't going to put it in my pocket. All right. 19 minutes. Y'all think we got enough time? Huh? I think we do. And y'all don't even know what I'm talking about. Pocket dump. Hanging off the old inside of my right front pocket today is a Bear & Son Bucky's exclusive custom from A&W Custom Design. I think they call this the Rancher, but I may be wrong. I don't know what they call it. But anyway, it came with the normal jig bone that is prevalent on all your Baron Son bone knives, but it has been highly modified by Brother Aaron. Okay, stainless steel knife, just a beautiful. I won this in a giveaway. Just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful knife. Tang stamp. I don't think I'm pretty sure this. I almost cut myself pretty good right there just now. Yeah, this is D2 steel. I showed y'all the D2 first. There's the thing. Anyway, I think these are like $89, $79 at Buc-ee's. I think that's the only place you can get these. Now you can buy. There's all kind of iterations of this knife, but if you go in there and get you one of them barbecue, burnt end sandwiches they got there at Buc-ee's, which is my favorite. Might as well pick one of these up. You know, you gotta balance that bag out. You know, you got the big sandwich over here, and you gotta have something else in it to balance the bag out. Might as well throw one of these in there, guys. And you know what? You might even find somebody that do this jigging for you. I don't know who you get, but I'm just saying. Coming in there, what we got next? Oh yeah, look at him. Kodiak Edge, Dragon Scale, Pocket Slip. It's my little doll baby darling. I just got this in, and she is a doll baby darling. Ooh wee. 2014 medium. They sell a teeny Trapper 07, 3207. That man, it just don't get no better than that. If you're a feller of the yellow, and you know who you are, you know what I'm talking about. Half stop, good snap for a 3.5 inch blade. Edge a little sexy spay blade. Got your case shield. I'm pretty sure I showed this yesterday. Y'all might see this for a month. There's your old Tang stamp. Got your old six dollar right there, and that's the case with the X's on the tail. Y'all see the two little, comes down with a flip. Got two little X's out on the tail. That denotes your 2000 starting. I don't know what to tell y'all. That's just how Big Jim rolling today. And look at him coming in here in Charlie Cook. Charlie Cook. Ooh-wee. Y'all don't know. I've already said something about him once, and now I'm going to say something about him again. Ooh-wee. Y'all get in there where you fit in there. And look what we got in here. Y'all love a gun stock, man. I love a gun stock. And this is your Rosecraft Baits, Savage Creek gun stock, black micarta. Now, I have said this on several occasions, and I'm going to say it again. There is no finer knife you can buy than a Rosecraft blade for this money and this price point. Trust me. Case, nobody. Okay, and I'm blowing up people that I love. I love Case. I love Baron Son. I love Buck. But for $60 shipped. Look at that. I just love that shield. Spades. They got a whole series. The diamond, the spade, the heart, and the puppy dog toe. Alright, and since we're blowing up Rosecraft, let's go ahead and get it, just get it in there. Coming in the dime piece slip. This is my new single. I can use that Charlie Cook right there. I could use the Dragon Shield. But I like old dime pieces got it figured out. It puts that heavy leather on the back. Got that form fitting. Just, what can I say? I can't say nothing else. Beaver Creek Barlow in Orange. Now look at that bone. Orange. Some of y'all might call that orange. But, you know, being that I'm Irish, French, German, and Catholic, no, not Catholic, Methodist, and crazy, I'm using the French. Orange. All I can do is shrug my shoulders and tell y'all, if you ain't buying Rosecraft flags, and if you're not a collector, you're making a mistake. Okay, guys. Glad y'all came into my home today. It's a little Freaky Friday. Y'all know what I mean. All y'all need to understand that I love each and every one of y'all. Jesus Christ is Lord of my life. And rule number 9.